A couple of his units over here on this side of the map, making sure that no drops were coming in. Another warp prism being warped in. So very exciting game up to this point. Remember that DuckloadRa was just forcing Strelok to actually stay in his base so that he could get up the tech that he wanted, which is something that you have to do. You can't just tech and just hope that your opponent doesn't push at the right time, because if your opponent knows the timings, you know he's gonna be able to just kill you. This Marine chasing down this one probe. Not gonna live that probe for long as that Marine is stimmed. Actually microing this one Marine, probably not the most important thing to be doing at this situation. There are probably other things that he could be doing, getting upgrades, that sort of thing. Building a command center that'll probably float over to this island expansion. And the warp prism, whoa my goodness, so scary. A couple of stim Marines and a missile turret able to ward that off. A couple of observers coming in, a zealot scouting zealot, that is something you don't see very often, and a nexus coming in for DuckloadRa as this thermal lance upgrade is going down. He did get that robotics bay down and a couple of cannons being warped in the back to deter any sort of drops. We do see infantry armor level 1 coming down for MouzStrelok. That's his first upgrade. Let's check the upgrades on DuckloadRa, and he has actually no upgrades other than charge. He is getting that ground weapons level 1, which will help out a lot with so many zealots here actually, as well as everything. It'll help out pretty much everything here, especially the Colossus and the zealots. They're going to be doing so much damage. And a pretty big engagement coming in right here, sniping off one Colossus, as this Colossus is not actually in the fight. He's hitting those destructible rocks. That's not something that you want to do. A little bit of a miss micro there from DuckloadRa, but it looks like he's going to be able to push back these units into his base, which is not somewhere they want to go. It is quite a sight for them, seeing all this beautiful, beautiful alien technology, but definitely they are dead. And finally, this Colossus realizing he did quite a number on these destructible rocks, but he should have probably been killing Terran units instead. One Marine down here, as well as a probe, and our Automaton 2000 buddy. This Viking making the weakest single Viking flower of all time, and now a pretty strong push coming in here. Look at these just beefy units coming in. Immortals, Colossus, and High Templar, and a huge EMP actually going down. All 4 of those High Templar just without any energy. Huge, that is huge. Actually, both players attacking right before their upgrade kick in, and this Colossus is being killed, but these Archons actually do quite a bit of damage, as well as these Zealots are just going to be able to clean up house, and more units streaming in for White Rock, as well as more units popping out of these barracks for MouzStrelok, and he's doing some great micro, some of that stim micro. Vikings coming in, some good feedbacks on those medevacs, going to force them to not be able to actually heal up. Vikings being landed, you don't want to be doing that at all ever, but they're going to be able to add that little bit of extra damage that is going to be able to hold off that force for now. And we do see this, oh my goodness, a Zealot actually made his way into the line, and I didn't get to see how many kills he had, but we do see a planetary fortress coming down at this island expansion, as this expansion is up for DuckloadRa. Looks like he is transferring probes over there. I don't know if any of them died from a little drop or something, but he also is taking this nexus at the gold expansion, and Strelok does see that, so he's going to have to do something about that at some point, or else that is going to kick in for DuckloadRa and just be able to, he'll be able to produce so many units. But 3 Colossus coming in here. These Zealots just taking a ton of damage from these Marauders, and Colossus plus High Templar Witstorm is just so much damage against any sort of ground units. And these Stalkers were able to take out that last Viking, so it looks like, yep, there is the GG from MouzStrelok. So DuckloadRa takes the best of 3. Some very entertaining games here. Some great play. I love how DuckloadRa used that harass, the constant harass in the beginning, to be able to tech up and expand at the same time, so that he was able to get the units that he wanted, that he needed to be able to hold off a push that was coming. Some very creative play there coming in from DuckloadRa. That's something that you should definitely try to copy in your own play. If you see, if you're trying to tech up and expand, you obviously know that you need to be doing something to get your opponent to not just kill you. So DuckloadRa definitely showing us something that you can do. And then, of course, doing very good things like expanding at good times, taking more and more expansions as he's pressuring, which is very good, just good all-around play from both players, in fact. But DuckloadRa did come out ahead. So, and again, big shout out to Plexa from TeamLiquid.net for posting all of these replays. And check out my channel, youtube.com/FirexFredTV, if you want to see more of my videos. And thank you so much for watching. That's right, you. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to leave me comments about anything that you want me to do differently, if I'm doing something wrong or anything like that. Please, please, please leave me those comments. They are very helpful. And thank you again so much for watching.